What's going on, guys and girls? Let's see. Here we go. We're up, and the Fury Wilder fight is over. There's six. It went into the seventh round, I think, as far as it went. 60-52 was on every card. 60-52. He won all 6 rounds. He goes into the seventh round. A minute and a half into the seventh round, he's knocking him down for the third, maybe the fourth time. I think it's more like a third time. I think one time he did trip and fall. But that is over. Wilder got soundly whipped. And there's no doubt, and I told you guys, when we came in earlier today, and I said, look, Wilder's carrying 231 pounds. And okay, Fury is used to 273. He was used to it. And Fury just took the fight to him and he beat his ass. I mean, that's just all it was to it. He dominated this fight. Dominated. Clearly, I mean, it wasn't even a good contest. He dominated. He busted open his mouth. He busted open his eardrum, and had a place on his face also cut. He was dominated. That's just the only way to put it. Dominated. If you watch an earlier video today, when I did a review, or actually I did a pick of who I thought was going to win this fight. And I said if it went past 6 rounds, Wilder's not going to win. But hell, it didn't matter. Fury hurt him from the second round on. First round, I think Fury beat him, but from his second round on, it was a beating. It was over. It was over. It was no doubt. He had him a bloody mess. Probably a busted eardrum. So if that's the case, he won't fight for another year anyway. It'd be at least a year before you'll see Deontay Wilder back in the ring. I knew once he got tired, I told everybody, watch out for his mouth. He's going to be breathing through his mouth more than anything. He was bigger than he needed to be. Had he been 10 pounds lighter, he might would have had a chance. But you could tell 3 rounds into this fight, he was tired. He came out lackluster. He didn't hit him over 15 times the whole fight. He didn't hit Fury over 15 punches, I don't think, the whole fight. And Fury dominated this fight. This was a domination. We haven't seen a title fight like this in a long time. Yeah, Ruiz, even when Ruiz won the title, he got hit a few times. Wilder got dominated tonight. Wilder got dominated. I picked Fury to win. I said Fury was going to win in a unanimous decision, but Fury showed he could hit. Fury showed he's got a punching power, more punching power than most people think. Now 30 knockouts. 21 knockouts and 30 wins. And he definitely backed it up with Wilder tonight. That's for sure. He was winning, like I say, he was winning every card, all 3 cards, 60-52. Through 6 rounds, he was up 8 points. He had 2 10-8 rounds with his knockdowns. He was dominating. It was a pure dominating performance. I watched all of the all of the prognosticators, everybody out in Vegas. Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, everybody. Just start from one side to the other. They all picked Deontay Wilder to win this fight. I had people coming into my chat earlier today. Everybody picked Deontay Wilder to win this fight. I said right from the start, the weight will be an issue. The weight will be an issue. It's totally different if you're big boned and you normally weigh 260 and put on 13 pounds. But when you're a smaller guy, and Wilder's not as big boned a guy as Fury. Let's just be for real. Fury can carry 270 and look like, Wilder looked like the fatter guy in there. Wilder looked like the more out of shape guy in there because he put 9% body weight on before a fight. You just can't do that. You just cannot do that. I don't care if it's all muscle. You just cannot do that. In third round, he was tired. And Fury was the aggressor. Wilder, in one other fight where he was not the aggressor. Earlier in his career, he was not the aggressor, and he didn't knock his opponent out then. That showed Fury. They showed me Fury was listening to his corner. He was listening to everybody, his trainers. They all told him, look, attack, and then attack some more. Wilder is used to putting people on the chase, and I saw it, Philip. Yeah, it was over with. It was over with early though. He busted his eardrum. He busted Wilder's eardrum. He will not fight for a year now. It was blood gushing out from inside the ear. He won't fight for a year now. Not a chance. You got a bit busted eardrum. It's a wonder he stood up as long as he did. But if you notice from rounds 4, busted eardrum. From rounds 4 to 7, do you know how many punches Wilder got? 4 punches in 4 rounds. That's all he got off. He was hurt. He was hurting after the first knockdown, and then he got him on the top of the forehead right here, and that's where he hit him, and then he knocked him out. He made him knocked down, rather. He got him down for 8 count. Then from then on, I just think, and then he hit him with uppercuts. Fury did the game plan to perfection. Yeah. Watch my video from earlier today. Watch it from earlier today. Nobody, zero. You're good. 0 people in chat picked Deontay Wilder to win. Look at the person that picked. Look at the one. Everybody picked Deontay Wilder to win. I am the only one. Nobody in chat picked Fury to win. I'm the only one that did it. Nobody. Sean, everybody that came in here said Fury was going to lose. And I came up with the reasons why he was going to win. It's exactly what happened. Wilder was not able to carry 231 around. It was too much for him. 9%. Anytime you add on 9% body weight, okay, in 3 months' time, that's a lot. That is a lot. They said that his last sparring session, he was 224. Your fight went with 11 rounds with Fury winning? Well, mine went with Wilder winning by TKO in the 11th, but he was getting pounded. Fury was pounding him. I think it was 11th round, 10th or 11th round. But Wilder was not able to carry that weight. Wilder was not able to carry the weight. He got busted in the eardrum. He got busted in the mouth too. We don't know whether it was his tongue. We don't know if he broke some teeth. We don't know. But blood was coming out from beside the mouthpiece. Every time he'd breathe, you'd see a little bit more blood come down. But this was a river. That was a river coming out of his ear. There's no way he was going to come back and win this fight. Not a chance. Everybody all week long had told me, well, you better watch out for Wilder's right hand. You better watch out for Wilder's right hand. And I said all along, Wilder is used to being the predator. He is not used to being the prey. And I knew Fury was going to come after him. Fury was coming after him, and he didn't know what to do because he's always walking forward. You look even from the first round, he's backing up from him. He's backing up from Fury. Fury weighed 264 and a half the first time around. This time he was 254 and a half, 256 rather, 256. This time he weighed 273. And Fury still didn't look like the biggest guy. Wilder looked bigger because Wilder just is too much weight. That's too much weight for Wilder to be carrying. 220 is his tops, is as much as he needs to be because he's a smaller boned person. He's not a big bone guy. You know, some of these guys that are big bone guys, you know, Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco, they can carry some weight, you know. But when you start getting these smaller guys, you know, like Larry Boa, Scott Kingery, you know, things like, even though they're not very tall, but, you know, let's pick some taller guys maybe. Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson's not a guy that can carry a lot of weight. He's 6'10". But Wilder is a lot like that, though. He is not able to carry a lot of weight, even on a 6'7" frame. You look at his legs; they're skinny. They're pretty damn bony. Where, you know, Fury has a little more, you know, muscular structure to his legs and stuff. He's able to carry the weight and so much easier. He went up in weight 4%. Wilder went up in weight 9%. You just cannot do that. You cannot do it and be successful. If you do it, what happens tonight happens. You know, you never saw Mike Tyson coming in 15 pounds heavier than he was his last fight. Never happened. It never happened. He wasn't always ripped, but you knew when he come into the ring, somebody was going to get their ass whipped most of the time because he was ready, he was prepared. Wilder, his corner didn't help him at all. They didn't stop any of the bleeding. They never told him take him. You know, he took it out every round. They never told him open his mouth and let's put. But they're even saying he may have even broke his jaw. It was Tyson was always ready, but Wilder's corner did nothing to help him. They didn't help him at all. They kept the whole last 4 rounds. All they said was lead with the right, lead with the right, lead with the right. They never asked him one time, "Are you okay?" Never. They never asked him, "Are you okay?" I'm not even sure he could hear what they were saying, and that's sad. You know, that's sad. And I didn't want Wilder to win, but come on, his corner really didn't help him at all. They did nothing to help him. They didn't put any thing on his jaw to try to bring his swelling down. They did nothing about his ear, which I don't know. End of his career? No. He'll be back. He don't want to fight Tyson Fury again. I can damn well bet you on that. I don't think it's the end of his career. He's 34. It may be, you know, it could be just because he took an ass whipping of his life. You know, it's only his first loss. But my Lord, I mean, he got knocked down 3 times. One time he slipped and fell. And hell, let me tell you, when you're 34 years old and you fall down and you weigh 240 pounds, it don't feel good, even if you fall down. So they were even saying, look, I'm sure even when he slipped or tripped or whatever, that didn't feel good either. After he'd been knocked down once. Then he gets knocked down 2 more times after that. He got knocked down officially, I think, 3 times tonight. 2 10-8 rounds. But that won't the most of it. The main thing was Tyson Fury came out on the offensive. I thought he would wait. I thought he was going to sit back and let Wilder get tired. Hell no. He came out And from the time the bell rung, he was fighting most of the time with his back to the middle of the ring. And he didn't always try to push him to the ropes. If he wanted to go to the ropes, he was letting him, but he was coming inside, uppercuts. The last time he knocked him down, it was clearly in the gut, just right in the stomach, and just knocked. But he was coming inside, uppercuts. The last time he knocked him down, it was clearly in the gut, just right in the stomach, and just knocked it. Concerning if you're a Wilder backer, because he hits you so many times here, and then he hits you in the stomach, knocks you down. But right here, you're right in your brains. That's what's everything, where it all comes from. And I'm not sure after the third round, I'm not sure he was even in the ring physically, or I mean mentally. I'm not even sure he was there. I'm really not. His what's up, Bob Money? I'm not sure he was there because his corner did nothing to help him. His corner did nothing to help him. He was gushing blood out of his ear. I told you guys earlier today, watch out for his mouth. And he was breathing through his mouth, and every breath through his mouth, a little bit of blood was coming right down his chin. And then the place right up here where he knocked him down the first time, it looked like maybe have been some blood there too. And then I think he broke his jaw. I think he broke his jaw because at the end of the fight, his jaw looked like it was sitting sideways on his face. So I think he broke his jaw. I definitely think he's got a busted eardrum. Definitely. Busted eardrum. And then I don't know if he broke some teeth, knocked some teeth out, how the blood was coming out of his mouth. Now, it could have been coming from an eardrum to the back of his throat. It could have been doing that. And if that was the case, they should have stopped the fight. Yeah. And if you didn't see that, that was nuts. In the sixth round, Fury got up and when they were Fury got up on him when they were doing a clinch and actually licked the back of his neck and tasted his blood. He said he was going to do it. But you know what? That won't even be a fight. That will not be a good fight. I'm sorry. This guy's tougher than Joshua. Fury beat the hell out of him. I'm sorry. Ruiz would be a better fight. It'd be a better fight if he fought Ruiz. But now this guy's got to fight Ruiz to even be back in the title picture. He's got to fight Ruiz now because he got his ass whipped. He got beaten around. There's no what ifs to this fight. No what ifs to it. Everybody came in knowing that Fury had 47 stitches above his right eye 5 months ago. Had eye surgery. Fury said, I expect to get beat up and I expect to be bleeding. Well, Fury in the second round, and you could tell from the first round, I thought Fury was going to back up 4 or 5 rounds and let him get tired. Hell no. They fought. Fury's back was to the middle of the ring most of the fight. And Wilder did not know what to do. Because once Fury came at him, you got a 6'9" guy coming after a 6'7" guy. And he didn't have anywhere to go except to stay there or move. In the first round, he elected to move a little bit. But after about 2 minutes of that, his corner told him, stay in there and fight him. Worst thing they could possibly say. He'd have been better off just to move around the ring. Fury kept coming after him. He didn't even try to miss punches. Fury just walked at him like, okay, let's fight. Second round, second round was a knockdown, I think. Once that happened, Wilder was not the same fighter. And I still think, I think it was a busted eardrum. And I think from the third round on, he has no clue what the hell happened. That's what I think. And Lord knows, I hope I'm wrong. But his corner never once tried to stop the blood. His corner never once put the frozen iron on the side of his face to try to bring down the swelling of his jaw. Not one damn time. His corner only had one thing to say: lead with the right and follow with the right. Lead with the right and follow with the right. I'm not even sure he heard that. I'm not even sure he heard it, guys, because by the third round, yeah, the cornermen was terrible. They were terrible, and I think they're going to catch hell for it. I think they're going to catch hell. But when you see blood, oh yeah, you're talking about on the throne, yeah. When you see blood, and it's not just dripping, but it's constantly coming out of the ear, that would scare the hell out of me, And I don't, he didn't lose his equilibrium. He never was like wobbling. What happened to your video? What happened to my video? What happened to my video? What happened to my video? I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Trying to figure out what Sean. Somebody help me out here. What happened to my video? I'm not sure. I'm trying to pick up what the one before my video. Oh, where I picked a winner? Is that what you're talking about? Was it removed? Was it removed? I don't know. I don't know. But Fury won. Knocked him down 3 times, dominated. He didn't lose a round. Fury did not. He didn't lose a round. Derek Dodgers Royals fan. If you watch my video earlier today, I told everybody. What's the one thing I said, guys? Wilder cannot carry 231 pounds for 12 rounds. He just can't do it. I didn't think he would be able to. It affected him. He was too heavy. He's not. But yeah, Fury can do it. Wilder can't carry 231 though. Fury is big bone though. Fury is a big bone 6'9" guy. Okay, he can carry 270 and look. I mean, he didn't look as big as Wilder did. Wilder 6'7" and weighs 220. I mean 231, and Wilder looked bigger. The reason he did, he was carrying more weight, and everybody was talking about, well, Fury, it's going to be 16 more pounds that Wilder can swing at. Yeah. Did you see how many punches he got off from the 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, 6th round, and part of the 7th when they stopped the fight? 4.5 rounds. He got 5 punches off? I think it was 5. 4.5 rounds. He got 5 punches. I didn't actually get to watch it. I was just listening to it. Did you get to watch it, Sean? But I heard he was bleeding so much out of his ear. It wasn't even running down his face. It was actually dripping off his end of his ear. So it had a lot of pressure. And they're saying definitely a busted eardrum. Definitely a busted eardrum. The first knockdown, they said was right above the eye, right on the temple of the forehead. And he, knocked him down, had him down. The second one was a trip. But anybody my size, anybody out there, 230 pounds, okay, and you're 35 years old, you fall down, it don't feel good. I don't care if you trip. It don't feel good. So I'm sure that plot probably didn't help him at all. Then he gets up. Yeah, the ref got in the middle of it one time, but hey, look, I think he was more of a corner man for Wilder than the damn corner was. The corner sucked for Wilder. They didn't help him at all. Once they seen that blood coming out of that ear, they should have looked in there and been like, hell, they should have called for a doctor first and seen where this blood's coming from, And then, you know, they even said on the telecast, the blood from the mouth could have been coming from the ear. Okay? And running back down to his throat. That's what could have been happening. That's some dangerous stuff, man, when you start bleeding, all up in there. You're talking about some dangerous stuff. Then, if you saw the end of the fight, everybody said that his chin looked like it was moved over. So it looked like his chin was set out like this. You couldn't hardly see his ear. Come down to 220. Good deal, Philip. So why didn't they have the frozen iron ready to put up against his face every round? But they didn't. They said all they were doing was wiping his face, cleaning his mouth guard, and telling him, lead with the right, follow with the right. Lead with the right, follow with the right. Well, look, when the guy was getting beat in the 5th and 6th rounds and you setting him down, look, you got to realize the next round or two, maybe you got to take off and just think about protect yourself. But then, they never even mentioned he's coming after you. He's coming after you. And they said it was just, he looked glassy-eyed. Glassy-eyed. There's no way in the world he probably should have even came back out for the 7th. There's probably no doubt. The referee did a good job stopping this fight. So I guess that's a TKO, right? I guess that's a TKO, but still counts as a knockout. But he dominated this fight. Fury did. Anybody in chat earlier today, okay? I want everybody to remember who was talking this. Because in live chat earlier today, and now I've still got that video. How many people picked Fury to win? How many people picked Fury to win? Everybody. I'm including everybody other than yours truly picked Wilder to win. Fury is a cheater. Hey, he was holding Wilder up so he wouldn't fall on his face. Fury came in to fight, man. He came in to fight. Danny, I'm sorry, dude. He beat the crap out of him. Where's my $60? Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, your money, yeah, it's been coming my way. Yeah. No, Danny. Hey, man, he dominated this fight. This was a dominating performance. This was one for the ages because he didn't lose one round. He said from the start, I'm going, and I didn't. No fair match. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a fair match from the start. But I told you guys right off the bat today, Wilder's carrying 231 pounds, 8 to 9% more than he's ever carried before in his life. It's going to make a difference. And it did. It made a difference. Fury has fought at 271 before. Okay? He's 3 years younger. Wilder's 34 now. Joshua doesn't have the power that Wilder does. Oh, yeah. You like my Amsoil? Oh, I sell I've got Amsoil products. Yeah. That's all I put in my tractors, man. That's all I use is Amsoil. Oh, yeah. I like that. I like Amsoil. Yep. I wouldn't put no other kind of oil in my tractors. Quaker State, any of that crap. Pennzoil, Royal Purple. No, none of it. That's going in my tractor right there. Yeah. Fury's the best fighter out there now. There's not a doubt. These two guys were the best. Oh, it's no doubt. Fury. How much can you? I think I paid 14 for it. I think I did. I might be able to get some. I might be able to get some in. As an Amsoil dealer in Roanoke, Virginia, he'll send it to your house, I'm sure. I'm up in Roanoke all the time, though. But actually go to amsoil.com. Go to amsoil.com. All right, go to amsoil.com. Check out and see if maybe you can get one like it. I think you can. I think I paid $10, $12 for it. Wilder's a fighter, but you know what, Sean? Wilder is a fighter, not a boxer, yes. But Joshua, what would Joshua do different that Wilder didn't do? All right. Number one, Joshua doesn't have the power. Joshua has no power. I mean, hell, Ruiz held on to. I mean, Ruiz, he didn't hurt Ruiz. You remember the Ruiz fight? Yeah, okay, bud. Yeah, check into it. Go to .com and check it out. Ruiz never backed down from him the whole fight. And if you watch that fight, there was still some people from the UK thinking, even in the 10th round, better watch out for that Ruiz right. You better watch out for that Ruiz right. They were never talking about he's going to knock Ruiz down. Not a chance. No. Never was even. And Ruiz came in out of shape. Fight Fury in the shape he was in tonight, Joshua wouldn't make it 6 rounds. He wouldn't make it 6 rounds. Even in great shape, Fury would knock the hell out of him because Fury will hunt him. Fury was hunting Wilder after the 3rd round. Fury, the first 3 rounds, was aware. He was aware that right hand still can come up here and tag me. And he hit him a couple times with it early in that first round. But Wilder, like we said it earlier today, he has probably the 5th or 6th best right hand ever. And Wilder does. And Fury tonight put that to rest. Fury fought his fight. Fury's look how big he is. I mean, come on, dudes. 6'9". Whoever he fights better bring a lunch and bring a couple more because it's going to go 12 rounds if you can't, if you can last with him. But I don't, Stivern, nah, I don't think there's nobody out there right now. I really don't. I think Ruiz would give him the closest thing to a fight because Ruiz has a real punch. Ruiz would have to come in better shape. But Ruiz has a punch that can knock somebody out. And he knocked Joshua clean off his damn feet. So, and Ruiz, Ruiz is young. He's a young guy, yeah. But Fury's 31. Wilder's 34. If Wilder took the ass whipping we think he took tonight, you may not ever see him fight again. If he did get a busted eardrum, it's a year. It's going to take a year to get over that. By that time, he's 35. Okay? Who the hell knows how the heavyweight championships – Fury's 31. Wilder's 34. Yeah. So, Wilder's getting up there in age. 34 is not young for a boxer, But Wilder 34 is not young for a boxer at all. A lot of boxers gave it up a long time. Fury 31. That's getting up there. Middle of the road for a boxer, most times 27, 28, 29, something like that. Young is under 25. But 31, you start to get to the downside of your career. But he's, 30, 31, 0-1 now? Where Wilder's 41, 41-1. I guess 41-1 or 41-1. I think 41-1. That's what he is. I mean, I don't know where Wilder goes from here. I really don't. Fury does not have to give him a rematch after this ass whipping. There's no way. Why would you want a rematch? Really? Fury beat the hell out of you tonight. You dominated you. He was up 60-52 on every card through 6 rounds, not 8 rounds. He was up 8 points through 6 rounds because he knocked him down twice. Then he knocks him down the third time, and then they stopped the fight. But Stephen A. Smith said, "There's no way in this world, Wilder's going to get beat by him." And then I saw the weigh-in on Thursday or Friday, and it was 231, and that was a red flag for me right there. That was a red flag. Yeah, Holyfield, and so did who's the other guy that said something about Ruiz is a one heavyweight that I wouldn't want to have to face. Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis said he is one tough son of a bitch. Talking about Ruiz. I'm telling you, I don't think Wilder could be. I think Wilder would have his hands full with Ruiz. Ruiz has to. He has to take things serious though. He got that big payday, $60 million in the last fight. He has to come out and decide: am I happy, or do I want to be a boxer or a fighter? If you're happy with $60 million, go home and go back to bed, take a nap, eat you some cheese doodles. And I don't have nothing against that. If I had $60 million, damn right, I wouldn't get in a fight either. But these guys are equipped and know what they want to do, and they know their career is only 6, 8, 10 years at the most. And Fury now is a champion, and so is Joshua. And I'm sorry, folks. If you want to see another repeat fight, let Joshua get in the ring with this guy. I don't care if it's in the UK. I don't care, if it's in Japan. I don't care if it's in Vegas or Atlantic City. Atlantic City wouldn't probably even hold a fight up there no more like this. But at Vegas, and there was a lot of Fury fans there. It was more Wilder, but there was a lot of Fury fans there. And he dominated this fight. He from start to finish. You can't find a bright spot in there for Wilder. It's 19 minutes of ass whipping. That's what that was. You start from one end to the other because the first 20 seconds they said Wilder got a punch off, but then they said Fury followed right with it. And then after that, it was on. It was on. And second round, he knocks him down. Well, in the second round, he knocks him down. Then the blood starts the third round. About the fifth round, he looked like somebody cut him. I mean, it looked like it was a deep gash and all. And I told you, if you watched the video earlier, I said, look, once he gets tired, you're going to notice where that mouthpiece is going to get loose, and he's going to be breathing through his mouth. Fourth and fifth round, they said every breath there was blood coming out. I don't know whether he broke some teeth. It could have been just a broken jaw, and the jaw went against some of the teeth and cut him open. I don't know. And then again, it could have been the eardrum working its way to his throat, into his mouth. Never seen him hawking or coughing. They didn't ever mention that. But that definitely could be where the blood was coming from. I don't know. But it was coming from somewhere because they said his blood running, slowly dripping every time he breathes out of his mouth. The blood was coming out of here, and then then they said even the broken jaw. They think it was a broken jaw. We'll find all this out in the next 2 days. We'll hear about all his injuries, everything that's wrong. I'm sure he'll spend the night in the hospital because, with a broken eardrum, that's nothing to play with. So I'm sure he's on his way to the hospital right now. Fury, dominating performance. I was right on this one. That's for sure. I didn't think he was going to dominate that much, but I thought he was going to be backing up from him first 3 or 4 rounds. I had no clue that he was going to come out in round one stalking him. And that's exactly what he did. From the bell, the opening bell, he stalked Wilder. He went after him and never took a backward step. And when your back is to the middle of the ring, you know you got your opponent close to some ropes. And that's what he was doing. He was stalking him, never ran after him, never did anything crazy. First round or two, he used his brains. Once he got him knocked down, then he was on the prowl. He was on the hunt. Referee didn't help him any a couple times, slowing him down, threatening him with a point here, whatever. But he looked like the professional fighter that everybody has to beat now to be the champion. And I'm sorry. If your name is Ruiz, you got to look at this guy. No, he's top of the line. I'm talking about Fury. If your name is Joshua, I'm sorry. You might have a belt over in England right now, but you better look at this guy. Because if he comes in the ring with you, I don't think you're going to get any better treatment. Oh, yeah. They had to stop the fight. They had to. And if we hear some of these idiots that are prognosticators and talk about boxing and said, well, if he jumped in there and broke this up too quick. Really? Let's think about this for a minute. The last 4 rounds, he got 5 punches in. 5 punches in the last 12 minutes of fighting. He got 4 punches in. Yeah, come on. And I mean shots. I'm not talking about this little weak weight, waves and stuff. Yeah. From all indications, the referee did his job then. But the corner, I'm really wanting to hear what the corner has to say about this fight. To allow him to go out free bleeding out of his ear, never treating his jaw, not one time. Can I do a Glory Day boxing with Tyson Foreman? I certainly can. I'm going to do a rematch of these two tomorrow too, I think. Fury, yeah, I think I will. Fury's got to get a new card now. I'm sorry. We got to get in touch with Bleacher Bums, but Fury, I think he gained some respect tonight. That right hand has never, 20 knockouts in 30 fights. Well, that's not bad, yeah. But he dominated. He purely dominated tonight. He went inside, and then went inside some more. Yep. Fury's card's not able to hang with Ali though, bud. It's really not. When I get an updated Fury card, I'll do that. How about that? Because he said he was going to update it after this fight. So I can't wait for that. I'm really ready because I want to see what kind of numbers he puts for Fury, but he's got to put some power numbers behind Fury's numbers. Power, yeah, let's do that. But we can do a Tyson Foreman fight. I can do that. I've got it actually on the table out here. But, yeah, he was just not equipped to carry 231 pounds around. I mean, if you're 6 foot, let's say you're 6'4" like I am, okay? And you go out here and you give me ankle weights, 2.5 or one of these belt weights of 10 pounds, or give me one for 15 pounds and tell me to walk around for an hour with it. It'd be tough. And that's the same way they did him. He put 8% body weight on prior to this fight. You add 8% to your body weight and walk around for a while. How much you weigh, Sean? How much you weigh? That's the thing. And Sean's a lot younger. But any of us, he weighs 190. So yeah, go out and add about 19 pounds, about 17 pounds. Get a 15 to 17-pound belt, wear it around your waist. Walk around with it for a while. That's exactly what they're saying, because they're saying his last um, in-ring warm-up was it, what day did they say it was? 13th? I think he said it was the 13th, the 12th or the 13th, and he weighed 217 then. So in 2 weeks' time, he picked up 14 pounds. That's unheard of. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. You pick up 14 pounds in that quick a time. I told everybody he is not going to be able to walk around there without sweating profusely, breathing out of his mouth. After 4 or 5 rounds, it didn't even take that long. After he took a punch, fell down. That's what was happening. But it doesn't matter though. When you got that much weight on you, it's not good. It's not good. At most, he should have weighed 220. 220 at most. But he's never even weighed that much in a fight. 215 was the biggest he ever had been. And he was 231. His last fight with Fury, won he 211 and a half? 212? Yeah. 211 and a half, I think he said. Maybe 212. And he's up 20 pounds from that. You just can't do that. You just cannot pick up that much weight. It's not normal. It's just not. Tyson Fury, I heard 273, and then I immediately went and saw how much did he weigh in his heaviest bout. And he weighed 271, and he knocked a guy out. And he went 8 rounds. So I was like, okay, well, he's used to doing that. Okay, he can do that. But Wilder, they said that 215 was the most he'd ever weighed, and that hadn't been lately. That'd been a year or two ago. And then he's 34 years old, toting around an extra, almost 20 pounds? No. And I said it. I said all this earlier today. And everybody in here, let's be truthful, guys. Everybody in live chat earlier today said, Wilder in 4, Wilder in 6, Wilder in 8, Wilder in 7, whatever. I got messages throughout the day. Wilder in. Not one person said Fury. Not one person. Now, I didn't think Fury would knock him out. I'll admit that. I'll fully admit it. But I thought he would outpoint him, and I thought he would beat him I thought he'd beat him maybe 9 rounds to 3. Not 6 to nothing. And I mean, this was a blowout. I don't think nobody saw this coming. But that weight, I think the weight had a lot to do with it. Now, he may come out and say, well, I've been sick, or I've been, come on. You go hear the song and dance tonight. You will. Well, I've had a little bit of a chest cold the last 2 weeks. Come on. You can have all the chest colds. You can have all of the little bit of flu symptoms you want to have. That was an ass whipping right there. That was an ass whipping. When somebody let's not talk about it. When somebody comes at you with a right hand, you move or you get hit. And he didn't move, and he got hit. That's just the way it worked. It's just the way it worked. If I was going to put money on it, I would have put it on Fury. I probably wouldn't have put no money on this fight. I actually had a chance to go out to Vegas this weekend. Believe it or not, I turned it down. I didn't have a chance to go to the fight. I had a chance to go to the race tomorrow. But, yeah, I said I didn't want to be in Vegas and all this, all this stuff going on at the MGM. I think personally, Fury fought the perfect fight. His corner helped him out as much as they possibly could. Referee, he did an okay job. He did an okay job. He got in the way a couple times, but not too bad. I think Wilder came in way overweight. I think his corner did nothing to help him. And I think they've got some answering to do. Because not one time after the fourth, after the fifth, or after the sixth did they ever ask you words, are you okay? Are you okay? Wiping his face down, pouring water on his face, taking his mouthpiece, getting that bloody mouthpiece and cleaning it up. Lead with the right and follow behind it. Lead with the right, follow behind it. That's all I ever heard him say. Lead with the right and follow behind it. But they never once asked him, are you okay? Can you hear me? Do you understand me? They never said that. They never once said that. If I was Deontay Wilder, I would be like, oh, really? You get paid that well, and you never checked about my personal being. Come on. Somebody's got somebody's got to take up some. Got to take on responsibility somewhere. That's just my personal opinion, guys. You guys can agree with me, disagree with me, whatever. But when it's your fighter and not just your moneymaker, you got to. I mean, somewhere you got to draw the line between I work for this guy and he's my friend. I mean, I work for this guy and I get paid by him, and then where does it become? All right, he's my friend. I want to make sure he's okay. I mean, you got to draw that line in the sand pretty thin because you got to cross it sometime. I'm sure you do. And when you start seeing blood and possible broken jaws and stuff like that, come on, somebody's not doing their job. And I feel for the guy. I really do. What else can you say? Amish Elvis. I hear you. 1:30 in the morning. We was talking about the fight and Wilder and Fury. And did they almost hit the ref too? But yeah, I'm gonna archive my other video from earlier today. I want you guys to watch that one. It's exactly what I called. I said he weighed too much. He's gonna be breathing through his mouth. After the sixth round, he's gonna start winning rounds. Well, it didn't. By the sixth round, he was already a beaten guy. By the fourth round, he was beaten. I wasn't expecting Fury to come out like a damn buzzsaw, but he did. And he dominated him start to finish. It'll be really, really interesting to see what all the prognosticators have to come up with. I'm interested in seeing how they're going to change the thing. Well, Wilder's reasoning, there's a clear excuse. Look, there's no excuses. This was an ass whipping. This was an ass whipping from round 1 to round 7. And there's no way there. I don't see a rematch in the works. No way. No way. Why would you? Why would you give him a? Did you see anything that shined enough to show? Okay, there's a glimmer of hope out there if he ever get back in the ring with him again. Deontay Wilder, the next time they got in a fight, if they got in another bout, can you imagine how Fury would go? He'd be like a caged animal coming after him. Now he would get hit with the right when he's not looking for it. But if he fought a smart fight like he did tonight, there's no way in hell Deontay Wilder could beat him. No way. No way. Same thing with Joshua. I don't think Joshua's got the power strength. He's got the endurance maybe to last more than 6 rounds. But if Fury started beating the hell out of him like this, I just don't know. It has to take somebody who can not only take a punch, can throw a good punch, and that's why I say Ruiz. But Ruiz is not going to get to fight. Ruiz may get Wilder now. He could get Wilder, and Wilder would have the advantage as far as being so much taller. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I didn't hear that. So I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll probably do a who is that you want to see? Let's see. Who is that you said? Oh, Tyson Foreman. Tyson Foreman. And that's Mike Tyson, George Foreman. I think we can do that. I think we can work it out. I'll pick Tyson to win that fight, but if Foreman may give him a good fight. Frazier. I think it's Frazier. Is it Frazier or is it maybe is it Frazier? I can't figure. Can't remember who it is. One of them has a real good card. It's like, who's the Eastern Assassin? Which one was he? Holmes. Holmes has got a good card. Holmes would probably give Tyson the best fight. But, hey, we can do Foreman. We can do that. Foreman, Tyson. But I can't wait to see the brand new Tyson Fury card. Man, oh man. If anything, you got to give him more punches on the inside. That'll go above 50, and that could be really good. So that, who knows? It could be really good. Till I see you guys again, it is 1:40 in the morning, and I'm going to get me something to drink, and I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to go in and turn on ESPN, and I'm going to hear why Wilder wasn't prepared or why his corner did nothing to help him. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Anytime you need to pick a good boxer, just come my way. I'm definitely not the boxing prognosticator, but I did pick this one. I seen this one coming. Just the weight scared me. ESPN too. Okay, I may flip it on that in a little while. You guys have a great rest of your night. I'll see you sometime tomorrow. May have a boxing match. I don't know. I'm doing the Bachelor thing for a couple more days. Mrs. Rob will be back in town midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. So I'll be around. So you guys have a great one, and we'll have some more Glory Days boxing out very soon. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time, guys.